Hi, my name is Lev Grossman, and I'm a senior writer at Time. I'm the person in charge of Time Magazine's Best Inventions of 2008 issue. One of the things I like about doing this issue is that you kind of end up retelling the story of the year through the technological innovations that got introduced. Instead of telling it in terms of elections and candidates and wars and horrible financial events, you look at the gadgets and the new ideas people had, and it becomes a sort of counter-history of 2008. For example, one of the inventions we picked this year was the Tesla Roadster, which is essentially an electric car, but it completely inverts everything that you've come to expect about electric cars. It is not a pokey little underpowered golf cart. Instead, it's an incredibly exciting, cool-looking sports car that goes extremely fast and does it with a very low carbon footprint. A couple of other examples, the APTERA, which is a completely bizarre-looking electric car, really engineered from the ground up, forgetting everything that you used to know about what cars used to look like or are supposed to look like. Third example, the MONOTRACER, which is basically a motorcycle, but it's encased within a kind of aerodynamic body, so it gets incredibly good gas mileage, and also it looks just unbelievably cool. There certainly have been a lot of advances on the green front. One of the ones I find most interesting is the global seed vault. This is a kind of high-tech bunker that's above the Arctic Circle in which scientists have put millions of seed samples. So in case we have a massive ecological disaster, they'll be able to recover the biodiversity of the plant world, which we presumably have completely messed up. Another major world event that occurred this year was, of course, the Olympics. And we think of that as being a human-powered event, but actually technology plays a big role. One of the reasons that Michael Phelps was so successful this year is that he was wearing an extremely advanced new swimsuit designed by SPEEDO, which had special ultrasonically bonded seams and also had a kind of compression fabric which literally kept his muscles from vibrating and disturbing the flow of the water, which of course he probably didn't need a lot of compression since it's incredibly fit, but you get the general idea. NASA had an extremely successful year this year. It put two inventions on the list. One is the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter, which is going to launch next year and create an incredibly detailed topographical map of the moon. There's also going to be a new Mars rover called the Mars Science Laboratory. The last two Mars rovers we sent up were very successful. They're still actually running after 4 years, but their scientific instruments are very basic. The Mars Science Laboratory has a full industrial laboratory put onto its sort of 9-foot frame. It's also powered by a chunk of plutonium, which I think is very cool. It's nuclear powered, should really impress the Martians when they get a look at it. Not all the inventions on the list are hardware. One innovation I wanted to call out this year was Dr. Horrible's Sing-Along blog, which is an internet video created by Joss Whedon, who also created Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It's a musical video blog about a singing supervillain. It's just so out there, and it really makes the form of sort of episodic internet video work. We thought it was worthy of including just for that, and because it has Neil Patrick Harris in it.
I cannot believe my eyes, how the world's filled with filth and lies, but it's plain to see evil inside of me is on the rise.
Most years we have a lot of robots on the list. It's a huge area of innovation. This year we only have one. It's from MIT and it's called NEXI. It's a new kind of robot called MDS for mobile. It moves around, dexterous, can pick things up with its little hands, and social. It has a face and can talk and make human-like expressions, which are incredibly creepy, but still kind of cool and innovative.
I can tell you that I'm sad, mad, confused, excited, or even bored, just by moving my face. But I hope you can see that I am very happy to have met you.
Now here's an item you wouldn't think would be in need of reinvention, the clock. But an English engineer has created a new kind of clock called the time meter clock. And what it does is, through an innovative design, try to dramatize the fact that time is passing, and each second is something that we can never get back. It's eaten forever. In this case, it's eaten by a kind of weird mechanical, creepy-looking grasshopper. As we do every year, we picked a #1 invention of the year, and this year it is the retail DNA test, pioneered by a company called 23andMe. Essentially, what it is comes in this box. You open it up. Inside is a vial. You spit into the vial. You send them the spit, and they will scan your genome and tell you what health conditions you might be at risk for. We consider this to be an absolutely revolutionary invention that will change forever the way we think about healthcare and the way we think about our personal information. Now, I should add that 23andMe is in some ways quite controversial. But one thing is clear: this is the kind of invention that can never be uninvented. From now on, there will always be a demand for this kind of information. It will only get cheaper and more widespread, and eventually it will become a part of our culture and our society.